Hey, how you doing, everyone? Force Raider here, and welcome back to what will be the final episode of the main campaign. Because I doubt that this will be the last of any kind of From the Depths content that I'll be posting. With that being said, it is most certainly the end of the regular campaign for me. Now, if you'll give me just a moment, I have to go give a speech.
Attention, all hands. An important message from Central Command will play shortly after the conclusion of this announcement.
This is Admiral Force of the FRS Navy, calling out to all who hear this broadcast. We started our initial campaign as little more than pirates trying to survive, but eventually something changed. Our goals had changed. We spent so much time building ourselves up that we had become one of the strongest forces of this world. We then found ourselves at an impasse. What were we to do with this newfound strength? Together, we sought to purge our oceans of those who pillaged them and the people that call them home. Now, our world faces an imminent threat from across the stars. The Scarlet Dawn seek to erase us from history. This war has been long fought, and we have lost so much to the hands of foreign invaders with technology that we can barely even comprehend. This is why I ask that not just the servicemen and women of the FRS, but that all of NEATR stand up and not falter. The end is near, but it is not the end that the enemy wishes for, because we will not go quietly into the night. We will never give up. We will never surrender. This is our home, our fight. And if we want to still have something left to leave behind for our children, then we must put every ounce of blood we have into this war. This has been Admiral Force of the FRS Navy, signing out.
I think that went rather well. Don't you? Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so we've gone ahead and cleared out all the Scarlet Dawn and the surrounding area and just left these 4 tiles. I think what I'm gonna do is have the let's just have the auto-right along with the 2 narcos go ahead and pop in here. Why does that one still say heavy narco? Huh. Because I just never noticed. And then I'll have the Oscord and Rampart pop up in behind. Though I think that these guys can take it just fine. I'm just gonna have to go in real quick and then kind of lure them out, because I don't want to be trapped around all those rocks. Because it's gonna go like, it's gonna suck. Lanikia, Stardust, Singularity, a Dark Star, and a Wyvern. Alright, that should be good. And begin. I'm not totally sure how this is actually going to go, because I haven't used this many Sherps at one time, especially ones of this size. Oh, it's actually working pretty okay. We got we got the auto-right and the Rampart. It's good enough for me, I guess. The Lanikia spawned in the water. You know, maybe I should have torpedoes on. There we go. Bring it on, boys. Show 'em we mean business. Rampart, what are you doing with all your balloons already deployed? Furthermore, why are they targeting it instead of the auto-right? It's the bigger ship. Yeah, the Rampart's actually still doing pretty good. I would have thought it would have took a lot of damage by now. We forced the Lanikia further down into the water with the last couple of explosions. That's brilliant. Look at all of that carnage. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. All this time. Days I've spent playing this game. Well, there's your problem. You got a big hole in the side of your ship. Hey, come on, man. Don't shoot the messenger. So long, Darkstar. I barely knew ye. It's moving so slow, yet how can all those missiles miss? Oh, I hear more. I hear the cavalry! Oh, come on, guys. You can do better than that. Yeah, that's what oh, we chopped a wing off. Cool. We completely gutted it with that last volley. Oh, that's brilliant. Good job, guys. Good job. There you are. How are you? Why is it like... Why is it red on the top, and then when I go down, it's normal? Actually, that's a really good question. What? I know that they added the red effect here because it's supposed to be like the whole story of this area is that everything is messed up from an asteroid being dropped on a giant ship belonging to, I think, the Grey Talons or something, but maybe they should have also made it so that the water has got a red tint to it when you go underneath it. I do like this kind of purpley, shimmery kind of effect on the top. Makes it look like the water is contaminated with oil or fuel, something along those lines, something petroleum based. And there it goes. Good job, guys. I didn't even bother looking at what I was fighting. Dawn Cutter, Singularity, Velocity, a Nightmare. Was that it? That was one more. Another Velocity. Wait, were there two? Yeah, two Velocities, and one of them's in the water. Oh, and there's a Nightmare behind it. There's a lot of guys here. Ooh, isn't that just a pretty sight? All those missiles at one time going after the enemy. I hate when they teleport like that. That's -1 velocity. Okay, it's pretty obvious at this point that I need to reset the settings on the automatic control block that controls all these balloons because it is deploying them way too early. Way too early. Man, it feels nice having the Rampart back in main combat in the campaign because I haven't used it at all for the longest time. Just been running with the auto right. Good times. Good times with this ship. Why did those balloons deploy? That velocity cannot outrun all of my missiles forever. It can, however, just try to apparently escape the map altogether. What the hell? Oh man, it looks like I might just find out what happens if you keep going this way. Oh, it's in the dark zone, in the infinite void. Oh, I think it just vanished from existence altogether. Oh, it came back from the infinite abyss, so it doesn't just delete stuff. You have returned from the other side. But it's different now. There's an air about this ship. It is alive. And there's something malevolent about it. Honestly, it would have been a lot funnier if it had been one of the Event Horizons or something that did that. It would have made a much better joke. But hey man, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Thank goodness we're finally starting to land hits on this velocity because it's actually flying in a straight line for once. Wait, is there like another enemy that took way off into the sunset somewhere? Because I don't think that, yeah, the Singularity I don't think spawned in. Oh, maybe it is. Never mind. Ignore all that.
Receiving. Engaging now.
Another one bites the dust. Let's see, what are we all fighting? A Stardust? Something else that's hidden behind the Stardust. A Commissaire, Singularity, and a Dire Harvest. It's an odd name, Dire Harvest. Yes, fires the main guns. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's so beautiful. I wonder why this keeps happening. They're spawning underwater a bunch for some reason. Oh man, the Dire Harvest looks really cool. It's a shame I gotta blow this up. I would much rather capture it. They've just kind of made that really difficult nowadays in the campaign, especially in these more difficult factions. Move aside, Dire Harvest, so that I may claim my true quarry. Okay, bye-bye now. Whee! I must go. My people need me. Oh! Those two gonna miss each other? Oh, thank goodness. They're gonna miss. I was about to say, how could you two do this to each other? You're on the same team. You're not supposed to be crashing into each other all willy-nilly like that. Come on. But you know what? They didn't. They didn't crash into each other. It's all fine. We don't have to worry about it. Oh. Come on, reverse. Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't reverse in time. Ah, shit. What did I get done just saying? Don't be crashing into each other all crazy and stuff. You are all on the same team. What is wrong? Well, you know what, Otterite, you didn't do anything wrong. It was the Oscord being a dick. I don't know why. Maybe it just doesn't like the fact that now there are two bigger battleships than it on my team. Is that it, Oscord? Do you just miss being the center of attention? Don't be shooting while I'm talking to you. We're having a discussion. Oh no, look at it, it's taking off. It doesn't wanna talk about it. It's ashamed. You ought to be ashamed, buddy. You ought to be ashamed. Alright everyone, until now we've gotten lucky. For some reason, the enemy forces kept mostly spawning underwater, which really crippled them a lot. We probably got to this final battle rather quickly, quicker than I would have expected. But this is the final battle. Oh, it's a little bit disappointing. The fortress didn't spawn in the enemy fortress, so it's just the small fry. We have to take them out first, and they did not spawn in like a shitty way or anything. Apparently these boys think they can take this world without a fight. Well, let's prove them wrong. Okay, so far we've destroyed the Velocity, and I'm focusing on the Lanikia, even though I really would rather have the Otterite focus on the Fission over here. Oh, the Scarlet Dawn has appeared.
This is Admiral Force, and I have only one order for all vehicles engaged in combat. Rip that ship from space.
The Scarlet Dawn is actually really cool looking. Holy crap. It's very intense. I mean, this thing is like really intense. Let this be a message to you guys. You are not welcome here. Is this thing simply descending, or did we actually knock it out of the sky? We've managed to actually force the Scarlet Dawn down onto the water. All ships, fire your torpedoes. Let them fly, boys. Oh no, I just got the report in. Those balloons that just vanished were all that was left of the rampart. It sank down into this red, briny deep. Man, the game just suddenly sped up like a lot. I don't even know what just happened. And there it goes. Oh, the Otterite has been sunk. I mean, it's still right there, but it hasn't deteriorated yet. But it will. It will. What's even still alive at this point? Oh, just the Otterite. Oh, the Anarchist is dying too. Who will run out of health first? Oh. Oh. And by a sheer stroke of luck, the Anarchist self-destructed just before the Otterite could self-destruct. Jeez, I cannot even tell you how disheartening that was, seeing the Otterite sink into the depths. It was like the weirdest twist of fate that the enemy. I can't remember what the hell it was called. I was so befuddled by what was unfolding before me. Oh, that was just nuts. It was... Fate was definitely on my side. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have won that. We just barely scraped by the skin of our teeth. Just by a few material did we win that. It's so nuts to think that the main part of this series, the Neater campaign, is, for me, finally done. Because I told myself that the best way to go ahead and end it would be just to read through all the factions, figure out who are all assholes, and then get them off the map. And that would be it for me. And it's been like 2 years. And we're finally here at the end. I want to thank my friends Gamer Roamer, also known as Jonas, and Jeffrey the Sheep 1. They helped me out with this episode. Jeff did some of like the audio for the Admiral speech and the beginning announcement, and Jonas actually did the voice for the announcement at the beginning of the video. And I really am thankful to those guys. They're real cool dudes. I'll be sure to link Jonas's Twitch, which is just Gamer Roamer on twitch.tv/Gamer Roamer, although it is spelled weird. And I'll be sure to link Jeffrey the Sheep 1's YouTube at the bottom of this. Also, thanks to Jeff. I know that typically if somebody beats the Scarlet Dawn, they're supposed to get like a message, because the Scarlet Dawn is, after all, the endgame enemy. And he sent it to me so that I could read it on here. With the enormous wreck of the ancient starship smoldering in the water, the plague that has troubled Neater for over a century is finally over. Any survivors of your wrath have scattered to the wind, and those that aren't caught by your troops will soon succumb to the hostile environment. Whether you are a liberator who has finally freed the land from an ancient incursion,
or a psychopath who has committed genocide on an entire species is irrelevant. All you know is that there is only room for one planetary conqueror in this world.
You damn right! Well, anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for all those that actually took the time to go ahead and watch these videos over the last 2 years. And if you just found this, if it's been a while since I completed it and you've watched through all the videos, or maybe this is the first one you've watched, in which case you should probably go check back and look at some of my other FTD videos. But feel free to go ahead and post down in the comments any other kind of ideas for other FTD related content in the future, and I'll get right on it, because after all this time it's very unlikely that I'm gonna stop playing From the Depths. This is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, or if you just have an opinion voice, why don't you go ahead and leave your comments down below, even though I already told you to do that, and I'll get back to making more awesome videos for you guys. Later.